Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Hafiz. If you ever bought an old PSP that has not been used in a while, chances are that it is not on the latest custom firmware. For this PSP, it is on Custom Firmware 5.50 Gen 2. The problem with this custom firmware is that it is unable to update to the latest firmware as it is locked. In this video, I will show you how to update your PSP Custom Firmware 5.50 Gen 2 to 6.60 Pro C. If you are new to the channel, do consider subscribing to this channel. It is free and it will really help the channel grow. Thank you. Recently, I managed to buy this white PSP 1000 for $10. It is currently on the Custom Firmware 5.50 Gen 2, which means that it can be updated to the 6.60 custom firmware as it is locked. 6.60 Pro C, in my opinion, is the best custom firmware for the PSP as it is stable and is not a permanent custom firmware. This means that it can return back to its original official PSP firmware. In this video, I will show you how to update your PSP Custom Firmware 5.50 Gen 2 to the official 6.60 firmware. Once it is done, I will show you how to update to the Custom Firmware 6.60 Pro C. I will also show you where you can place your backup PSP ISO games so that you can play PSP games from your SD card. Lastly, I will show you where you can put your retro game emulator and ROM so that you can play your Gameboy, Gameboy Advance, Genesis, NES and Neo Geo Pocket games. Alright, let's start. For this method, you will need a PSP Pro Duo memory card and a PSP micro USB cable to connect to the PC. I'm using a Windows PC but it will work the same way for Linux and Mac. Before we start, ensure that your PSP battery is fully charged. Alternatively, connect your PSP to the power adapter. Start by putting your SD card into your PSP. Let's go into the system information again. Ensure that you have plugged in the cable onto the PSP and connect the other end to your computer. We are on Custom Firmware 5.50 Gen 2. Which means that it could probably be last updated in 2010. Let's exit and format the Pro Duo memory card. Go to the Format Memory Stick and press X. Select Yes and press X to enter. Let it do its thing. This will erase everything in that memory stick. Once that is done, since we are in Custom Firmware, we're going to open up the VHS menu by pressing the select button. A menu will appear. Scroll to the USB device and use the D-pad to press left or right until you set it to flash 0. Next, scroll down to exit and press circle. Setting to flash 0 means that when we are connected to the computer will access the PSP internal memory folder which contains the custom firmware. Scroll up to USB connection and press X. Now we are in the USB mode. Let's jump over to the PSP. My PSP drive is iDrive but yours could be different. Open up the VHS folder. Open up the ETC folder. Next, open up the Version.txt using the Notepad software or the text editor of your choice. We will be editing this file. On the first line, change the release from 9.90 to 5.50. Next, save the file. Alternatively, you can press Ctrl S to save the file. Changing this line will enable you to unlock the firmware so that you can update to the latest firmware. We will now safely eject our PSP from the PC. Alternatively, you can press circle from the PSP to disconnect it from the USB mode. Let's go back to the VHS menu by pressing select. Scroll down to USB device and change it to memory stick. This will enable us to access the Pro Duo memory card instead of the flash 0 drive. Scroll down to exit and press circle. We will now connect to the USB mode so that we can transfer file over for modding. Once again, ensure that your PSP is connected to the PC using the micro USB cable. Now we are accessing the file via the Pro Duo memory stick. Using the second link in the description, download the PSP Pro C Hack Mod Pack. I've made a video about this a few months back. Check out the link in the top right or the link in the description to see how you can safely mod your PSP. For this video, I will repeat the process again and show you how simple it is to mod your PSP to custom firmware. Alright, here I've downloaded it onto my desktop. Using WinRAR or 7-zip, we need to extract the content by selecting the file and dragging it onto the desktop. Once it's done, go ahead and delete the zip file since we won't be needing it anymore. Open up the PSP Pro C Hack Mod Pack. Open up the Step 1 folder. Inside there will be two folders, PSP and ISO folder. Copy the PSP and ISO folder from the Step 1 folder and paste it onto the root of your Pro Duo memory stick. Let it overwrite whatever that's inside your memory stick. Inside the ISO folder is where we will place our backup ISO or CSO game. There is also a video folder for you to put your converted video files. I will cover this in a separate video on how to put movies and videos onto your PSP. Press back and open up the PSP folder. Next, open up the game folder. There will be 4 folders in the game folder. This will be the 4 folders needed to update to the official firmware 6.60 and then to the custom firmware 6.60 Pro C. Before we disconnect to the PC, let's copy some of our games and emulator onto the Pro Duo memory stick. Here I have a folder for all my games and emulator for the PSP. Backup PSP games will be in ISO or CSO format. CSO format is a compressed version of the ISO file. If you have a small memory stick, this will be ideal for you. Check out the link in the description to see how you can convert your ISO to CSO folder. Now let's copy the backup file and paste it onto your ISO folder on your memory stick. This will take some time depending on the size of the file. Now let's transfer some emulator over. The PSP can run PS1, NES, Game Boy Advance, Game Gear, Neo Geo Pocket, Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis very well. Check out the PSP emulator playlist in the description or in the link in the top right to see how you can set this up. All emulator will be placed in the game folder. First, let's transfer the Master Boy emulator which can run the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Gear and Master System games. Click the link in the top right to see how you can play Game Boy games on your PSP. For Game Boy Advance, there are several emulators to choose from, but I prefer the GPSP emulator. For Neo Geo Pocket and Neo Geo Pocket Color, we will use the Race emulator. Now that we have everything copied over, safely eject the memory stick. Alternatively, you can press circle on your PSP to exit the USB mode. Nothing has changed yet, we are still on 5.50 Gen 2. Even though this is a custom firmware, it can't play a lot of the emulator and some of the games run slow on this old firmware. The first thing we need to do is to update it to the official Sony firmware 6.60. Go to Game, scroll down to Memory Card, scroll down to PSP Update version 6.60, press circle to run it. The PSP will turn off and boot onto the update menu. Press circle to start the update. Keep pressing the right button on the D-pad. Choose accept and press right button on the D-pad. Next press X to enter and start updating the firmware. This will take some time, just let it run and let it do its thing. In less than 2 minutes or so, the update will be completed. Press X and it will restart your PSP. Now that it has restarted, scroll to the system information to check the firmware again. We are now on official firmware 6.60. Next, we'll go ahead and mod your PSP by flashing the 6.60 custom firmware. Go to Game, then Memory Stick and scroll down to Pro Update. The Pro Update menu will be shown. Press X to launch the custom firmware update. Let it do its thing, this will not take very long. Once it's done, press X to start custom firmware and auto reboot. It will now reboot your PSP. PSP 6.60 Pro C is not a permanent custom firmware, so you will need to refresh the custom firmware again after rebooting or turning on the PSP. Let's go back to the system information. There we go, now we are on the 6.60 Pro C custom firmware. Being on this latest custom firmware means that you can play backup PSP games without the UMD disk, as these backup games will be run from the memory stick. Running games from the memory stick means that you do not have to bring multiple UMD disks with you as you travel. Each PSP game is about 1GB, so having a 32GB means that you can store 32 games in one memory stick. This is Need for Speed 510. This is my favorite PSP games on the PSP mainly because of the music. The game is fast paced and features songs from Avenged Sevenfold and Bullet for My Valentine. The game is fast, exciting and definitely something to check out. Next, we will try out some NES games. Using the Nostalgia emulator, let's play one of my favorite NES game ever, Contra. Everything works fine as if you are playing it on original hardware. For Game Boy Advance, we'll be using the GPSP emulator. Here we are playing Mario Kart Super Circuit. There is a total of 40 different circuits in this game, which makes it has the most number of circuits available compared to all other Mario Kart games. For Neo Geo Pocket and Neo Geo Pocket Color, we use the Race emulator. Here we are playing Metal Slug Mission 2, which was an exclusive game available only for the Neo Geo Pocket Color. The last emulator we will check out is the Master Boy emulator. This emulator plays Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Sega Master System and Game Gear games. Check out the link to the Master Boy video tutorial in the description below to see how you can install this onto your PSP. Here we are playing Super Mario Land for the Game Boy. This is the first few portable game released for the Game Boy and is still fun to play. Here we are playing a Game Boy Color game, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. This is the colored version of the original game built for the Game Boy. And there you go guys, that's how you update your old PSP 5.50 Gen 2 custom firmware to the 6.60 custom firmware. At the same time, we add more value to the PSP by adding backup games and emulator on your Sony PSP. As always, leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as it will help the channel grow. With that, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay safe everybody.